that you went away.
Hi guys, if you're new here, my name is Andra. I make commentary videos on pop culture and media. And today we're going to talk about Ethan Klein.
Oh shit, here we go again.
Yes, we're talking about him again. It's not fun at this point. This guy has been trying to get himself into controversy to keep getting clout because I think people are jumping off ship and they're tired of him and they don't want to watch him any longer, so he's trying to keep them by just being absolutely outrageous. So we talked before about his homophobic comments and his apology for those comments. Well, now we find out his apology was not genuine at all. So he said something about beans on toast, which, by the way, real fucking abomination. I did not see this poll. No, wait, I think I voted, maybe? I'm not sure. Anyways, if I didn't vote, I would have voted. I don't remember if I voted. I live in the UK, I hate beans in general. Any type of beans, yes. And yeah, I know this is maybe considered a war crime or something, so I expect the police to be at my door anytime soon. I don't like beans. I think his reaction to that would be funny if it was a standalone thing. So he wrote, "To my English fans, I am sorry for my comments on today's show. My judgment of beans on toast being gross is a stereotype that I will be trying to unlearn. Apologies to all English people who I should not have pressed inappropriately. Hope you guys know I always mean well. Additionally, I apologize to all beans on toast eaters around the world." Right, so this, if it was not for the fact that he copy-pasted his previous apology to the LGBTQ+ community, which I'm part of, by the way, if he didn't copy-paste that, if this was like a standalone thing, I would have laughed. Because it's like, genuinely, sometimes white English people want to be oppressed so badly, and it's just not even funny. It's just, at this point, it's exhausting to see them competing for like who's the most oppressed. We are oppressed because these immigrants are trying to steal our jobs. Like, this kind of mentality, as an immigrant, is, yeah, exhausting. So I would have laughed if it was not for the fact that this means that he's basically saying that his previous apology was not genuine. And yeah, it's disgusting, what can I say? I'm sorry for my apology on today's Twitter about beans on toast. My apology for my comments about beans on toast being gross was offensive to some, which I truly didn't intend. I thought it was a silly joke about beans on toast, but I missed the mark. I will do better. So, the thing with this guy is that clearly there is something wrong up here. To think that if you make the same joke 5 million times, it's somehow gonna be funny. Like, you know, that thing about how Albert Einstein said that insanity is like repeating the same thing multiple times expecting a different outcome. This is pretty much the definition of insanity. So he posted this fake news headline, which by the way is a funny headline. Like, I'm gonna give him that. I actually retweeted not his tweet but like another tweet with the same picture. It's about Snickers, and he said cancel culture is ruining everything. And again, the thing is, this would be funny as a standalone thing, but it's just like saying fuck everybody who ever criticized me, even though these people were in the right about some things. He's just denying them that. He's denying LGBTQ+ people the reasons and the, you know, the validity of their feelings, basically saying you're not allowed to be mad. Because it's all trolling, bro, like, it doesn't mean anything. Me after apologizing 3 times about the beans and toast joke. So again, it's shit like this. He tries so hard to be the fucking oppressed one. We found out later down the line that he lost sponsors because of this. The thing is, he tried to go after Keemstar sponsors before, and if you do something like that, and then other people do it to you, you have no right to complain. Like, genuinely no fucking right.
Today we have no sponsors because I am an existential threat to gay rights and all progress. So, of course, our wonderful fans have taken upon themselves to write all of our sponsors and to have them can't not sponsor or not to support us. So we are, I'm very, you know, I'll just say this. I'm very thankful to our members. It makes this show kind of bulletproof to stuff like this, even though it's painful and emotionally it just doesn't, it's just painful that, you know, people would do that. There it is. And you know, the other thing is like you expect a little more of the sponsors in a way, but I get it. There is, you know, it's just transactional for them, but you know, I feel like I put so much into the good, our good partners, and It's kind of crazy when they just drop you like a bag of dirt one over some bullshit, but there you go.
If H3H3 loses any more sponsors, he might have to sell off his wife to the glue factory. H3H3 getting sponsors taken through the same way he targeted sponsors of other creators is bittersweet. The woke really eat themselves. He's not woke though, like he just pretends to be. His fucking Zionist. He's not as progressive as he wants to portray himself as. H3H3 set a precedent. H3 taught the fans it's chill to go after sponsors. Now it's H3's turn. You fucked around and found out Ethan suck it. Yeah, that's pretty much it. And there are even more posts about this kind of shit. To my fans who are realtors, I'm sorry for my comments on today's show saying that realtors are incompetent, parasitic scam, downplays your unique skill set. I can and must do better. Right, the thing is, what he's doing is not really a lot of talent either. Like, I know that what I'm doing on YouTube is not like fucking high talent artistry. Like, it's just a video talking to the camera and he does the same fucking thing. So I don't understand why he thinks that he's making such a good contribution to society when he amounts to the same as a realtor minus the scammy part. But he's scammy in other areas. He's not scammy in relation to his job, but he's scammy as a person. So yeah, just describe himself. To my Scottish, Irish and Welsh fans, I'm sorry for my comments on today's show. Saying you are the Queen's people is a disgusting inaccuracy that downplays your unique identities. I can and must do better. I will eat beans on toast every morning until I like it. I don't think if you eat beans on toast every morning, you're gonna like it unless you're British. But yeah, let's get to the bottom of this issue. So there is a problem in the United States of America where you guys think you are in the center of the world, and you need like knocking down a little. People from these places, Scotland, Wales, and Ireland especially, have suffered oppression at the hands of the English at different times in history, and these people are basically under occupation today. Ireland especially, again, Ireland is half colonized and only half of it is sort of free but still somehow dependent because of the fact that the British are literally at their fucking doorstep. There are British troops in Ireland-ish right now. Many of them have left, but Ireland is not free. And there are tensions between Irish people where people who are basically brothers are fighting because of the English. And they did try to genocide Irish people before. They caused intentional man-made famines. This is the same fucking person who is crying about the oppression that Russia has committed against Ukraine. I'm talking before the war, right? I'm not saying the war is okay. I'm saying there are a lot of conspiracy theorists online claiming that the famine that happened in the Soviet Union was man-made, which there is no proof of. And also that famine did not only affect Ukraine, but affected Russia, Kazakhstan, and other places as well. So you would rather rally behind like a famine that was not man-made and claim that it was man-made instead of looking at an actual intentional famine and admitting that what you said, maybe, I don't know what his comments were, but like just this post is like insensitive on its own. It's like, it's not about unique identities, it's about the fact that these people are colonized. But like, what do I expect from Ethan? His fucking people are colonizing another country and he doesn't care. And by his people, I'm not saying necessarily Jewish people, I'm saying Jewish people of his ideology, which is Zionism, because there are many Jewish people who are not going there to colonize. It's just his wife, that is. So yeah. Republic of Ireland is literally not even involved with the royal family though. Why grow us in? It ain't that deep. The British tried to genocide them for many, many years. Yeah. So again, this is problem with Americans is they only see oppression that they know about. They want to keep in their bubble, they refuse to learn about other things. So, because Irish people are white, they don't see it. When I say to people that in Eastern Europe we were enslaved, they don't believe it. Because of the same thing. And Irish people are not slaves. Let me clear that up. I've seen white supremacists use this thing that Irish people were slaves. It's not true. They were serfs, or like indentured servants. Part of people from my country were like that as well. They were servants. And that's not the main thing. The main thing is how shitty they were treated. Even when they traveled to the United States for the first time, the first Irish immigrants were treated like dirt. They were considered ethnic citizens, so they were not considered white. Same with Eastern Europeans, were not always considered white. I've touched on it on a few of my videos. I will recommend this documentary, which is really good. It like touches on the nuances of whiteness and how it's a societal thing, it's not real. But yeah. So Irish people not treat it well. Americans think it ain't that deep. I don't think they would say that about oppressions of people that they are familiar with. They just say that because they don't really know. They're not educated on the topic and they refuse to get educated. I think there are two comments which like encompass everything very, very well. So I'm just gonna read them. Maybe add a bit of commentary, maybe not, because I think they stand alone on their own quite well. I don't really know how this is any different from Chappelle, so that's Dave Chappelle, the transphobic one, whining about trans people being mean to him for free specials. You just got some criticism, it's gonna be okay. So yeah, it's not different because they're both bigots, just in different ways. One is a covert bigot and one is an overt bigot. So that's the difference. It's like they're trying so hard to be political and serious, and whenever it backfires they pivot back to we're just comedy, and they do comedy for like 2 weeks and then go back to trying to do serious stuff as well. So, you know, Def Noodles, he does the same thing and it's kind of funny because he will hide behind it's just comedy, bro. When people don't like something that he has to say, like, I think if you say something that people are not gonna like, just own up to it and say, yeah, that's my fucking opinion. Like, you know, I am hated on the internet. Every time somebody finds my page on Instagram, I get hate because I leave comments that are maybe controversial according to some people. Yeah, I get hated and I fucking move on with it. I block and move on. It's not hard. I mean, probably harder if you're like H3 size on social media. Harder to just like block and ignore. But you can just switch off the fucking social media for a while and let the things like cool down, because it will eventually cool down. People move on to the next thing. The internet is very, very like fast, like revolving door. People will come and go and dramas come and go. So my advice to Ethan, if I ever were to talk to him, which I don't think I would like that very much, because we are fucking Palestine until we die in this household, and yeah, he's not as of right now, unless I see an unequivocal support for Palestine from him. I would not like to talk to him, but if I were hypothetically to ever have to talk to him, my advice to him would just be like, own up to who the fuck you are. If your opinions are problematic, then just say them and stop being just a pussy trying to please everyone, because it's not working. Clearly the real you, who's like not a good person, is like showing through the fucking cracks of this like perfect image you've tried to build. But I've seen right through it from day one. I've made videos about this from day fucking one. People disagreed. I knew. I just like, I have a knack for this kind of thing. I feel when people are evil. I can feel it. And I would say he's pretty close to what I would consider to be evil. Just because now he's trying to be woke and anti-racist. But him and his wife did not hesitate to call a whole village of Palestinian people terrorists before. So I see right through him, and I will be following these developments. I know I said that I don't want to hyperfixate on negativity, but I think this guy, because of the way that his audience is so cultish and so fucking scary, I think he's a danger to the internet. And I will keep on monitoring that situation. And I want his fans to fucking wake up that your fave is a bad fucking person. You can still enjoy his content, but like stop being like unconditionally defending him every time. Genuinely, they are like Canary Mission. Like, if you know who Canary Mission are, if not, just Google them, you'll understand what I mean. They are exactly the same energy between his fans and that fucking organization. If you like this video, like it. If you dislike it, I don't care. Comment down below if you genuinely have criticisms on how like I portray Ethan, if you don't like the guy, or if you want to hear my opinion but you don't like how I portray it. Just like, I accept advice, I just don't accept stupidity, unfounded accusations of being anti-Semitic when I'm not. I don't accept these kind of things. So if you want to debate, then I'm happy to do that in a respectful manner. I just don't want the word anti-Semitic to be brought up, because it's very, very often used as something to deflect from valid criticism towards people who just happen to be Jewish, even though it doesn't play a role in that. Like, would you say somebody's anti-Semitic for criticizing Ben Shapiro? I don't think so. So why do you use this card for Ethan? But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Bye.